right, howdy, folks, everybody. Sorry, I'm running a couple minutes behind tonight. Just came over from an awesome stream that Wes has had going, and if you're interested, go find Wes VA5MUD on POTA. He's going to be calling CQ POTA. Hopefully, everything's working okay because for some reason my phone did not want to say that my live stream was working. So someone let me know that. Okay, I think it's live. We should be live. We're good. I hope. Someone let me know if we are. Uh, let's see. Perfect. Thank you, Rolly. All right, cool. So I'm Frank, KG6NLW. You're on the Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank, KG6NLW channel, and we are coming to you live for the NorCal SwapNet. This is hosted every Thursday night on the N6ICW Repeater System in the Northern California area. For more information, you can visit n6icw.org. If you are local and wish to join the directed net, you can do so by saying the suffix of your call sign phonetically. I will be here as long as the net is running, usually from about 0300 UTC, so in about 2 minutes, according to the clock up there in the corner, till about 0400 UTC, give or take. I'll be in the chat ready to answer any questions you might have. If you wish to make a listing, there will be information above my head here shortly that will tell you exactly what you need to give me in the chat in order to make the listing. And Jason, yes, I absolutely love it. It's actually, we'll just do this real quick. I'll take me out for a second. Nighttime panning shot at KSFO taking off of 19R. That's the short runway there. Anyway, let's see. No, they're not quite there yet. We're about 30 seconds ahead. So I was behind schedule. Now I'm up to schedule. So how's that for being expeditious? So I will mention this while we're here before the swap starts. I do have Buy Me a Coffee is good down below in the video description, as well as PayPal. And I will make mention of this as well. Rolly, our good buddy ZL1BQD down there in New Zealand, is doing some helping out another project that he's working on to help kids in Uganda who have tangled with either landmines and or very venomous snake bites, which result in a leg being amputated. That's the long story short. I'm going to be dropping his link for that in the chat if you wish to either donate or share it around to people who might be able to donate a little more easier. Feel free to go ahead and do that. And Bobby, no, I wish I were there. No, not no. Plus, it's too bright out for this to happen. Let's see. Wow, they're having an absolute QSO going on the repeater, so that's no, I'm gonna have to do this. I'll still be here, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, Gary, move out of the way. Let Armand get on here. So I'm also dropping the N6ICW Repeater System link. Feel free to check it out as well. Now, I will say this because I can already hear it since I'm previewing the radio audio. There is some sort of squeal going on. But if you need me, I'll be in the chat and my microphone will be muted.
ECR and KN6NFP. frequency works. If it's dropping out, I'll have to switch over. Anyway, welcome to one and all. This is WB2ZEI, Whiskey Bravo 2 Zebra Echo India. I'm welcoming everyone to edition number 24. 2 more weeks to go, and we'll be through half a year already of the Northern California swap. And of course, we are on N6ICW, November 6 India Charlie Whiskey 147195, the main repeater site, high atop Mount Back. Let me switch frequencies over to something that will work. In the meantime, Gary, if you want, don't let the repeater go quiet.
Oh, I can make sure it stays very busy. Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey. Good evening.
6NLW, Frank. Quickly, did you get that stuff I sent you by email?
You sent me something via email? No, I haven't. I'll have to double check my email.
I do the railroading. California Air Resources Board wants to do away with all the diesel locomotives, believe it or not. I'm serious. That is not a joke.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, I'll have to figure out which email you sent it to. I don't remember which one you have for me. But, yeah, no, I absolutely believe it. That's not something that's a lot of fun. We've been testing battery units and more. So, there you have it.
Okay. I sent it to your call sign at Snars.
Well, another stupid, idiotic move. Yeah, well, that guy, Frank, remember I talked to you about that guy down in Saskatchewan? So he's probably jumping up and down with joy. But, I'll tell you something. Somebody said something on the radio the other day.
Morning, Iman.
I wonder if California is so mismanaged that they're doing it on purpose, just to sabotage everybody. I think they are.
They probably are. And, all right, Gary, I'll take a look later. WB2ZEI, take it away. We're rocking and rolling here tonight. Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey.
All right, Frank, very good. Gary, thank you. And we're back on a very reliable frequency here, so that will work. And Frank, you sounding real good tonight, just about, as we used to say in the old days, TFQ. And for those youngins, they better ask their elders what that means. Anyway, as I was saying before I dropped out, and whatever it is, tune in, you drop out, tune in, or whatever it is, that we are tuned into N6ICW 147195 from Mount Vaca. Also from Chico 14694 with a minus offset. Mount Vaca having a plus offset, and also 14515 from the mountains with a minus offset as well, all accessible with a PL of 123 hertz. And the repeater seems to be doing fine despite the warm temperatures last week, and so we're doing good. Anyway, of course, we're here to buy, sell, trade, and does KN6NFP wanted to know. So hang in there. We'll do that in just a few minutes. And if you're a veteran of the net, go ahead and get something to drink or eat, or you can fall asleep for a minute or two while we go through the preliminaries. We're here to buy, sell, trade, giveaway, etc., ham gear, and anything related to amateur radio. And we invite one and all of you to check in. If you have a listing, we'd love to hear from you. If you don't, we still love to hear from you. And you can be part of the N6ICW NorCal Swap family. The more the merrier. The more the merrier, and the more fun it gets. Anyway, here's how to join the net when we open the net for listings. Just specify your call sign suffix phonetically, just the last part of your call sign. Use those phonetics. Don't forget, because letters sound alike. It's not like CW where they're all different. So put your call sign suffix in the air phonetically. Wait to be recognized, and when recognized and asked to proceed, come back and give us information in this format. Start out with your full call sign phonetically, again, so make sure I have it correct, even though I may know your voice. Others may not. And give us your first name.
Folks, I have to step out for about 30 seconds. The radio audio will continue, and I will be right back.
And let us know what you got. Give us a brief description of the items and mix and match for the best results. And if you're selling, what's your price? Are you willing to ship? And if you want to do that, if you're willing to ship, just say, and you want to include the price of shipping in your price, just say includes shipping or shipped to your door or something along those lines. If you want somebody to come by your house, pick it up. Or if you want to drive, get a burger on the way and meet somebody, just let us know that too. And then give us your contact info. That will be your email and or telephone number. We'll take both or either one, but not none. So either way, you decide what's best for you, and then end your transmission with your call sign. And want to say that congratulations will be in order if the man of November, June 12th shows up on frequency tonight. And so we'll recognize his great effort. And if he's there, I hope he will come and say hello, because I talked to him yesterday on 7240 kilohertz. So he knows who he is. Anyway, then maybe the rest of us will too as well. But moving along during the net, you can say contact followed by your call sign. That'll allow you to do three things, and you can do them all or any one you choose. If you hear a listing that you need some more information about, just say contact followed by your call sign. We'll turn it over to you, and you can talk directly to the station that's making the listing and then ask your questions. And you can also call a station, move them off frequency to talk, or pass a quick bit of traffic to somebody that you hope may be listening here, which you'll find out after you call them by saying contact. And you can also say info. If you did hear something that you weren't able to write down, a call sign, a phone number, a price, a model, I write it all down. We will review it at the end of the net. But if you want to get your hands on it right away, beat the man to the punch, just say info followed by your call sign, ask a question, and I'll try to answer the question pertaining to the listing. And if you have a question about amateur radio, we got some experts around here that have lots and lots of experience, and so we'll put the question to them and see how many answers we can get. And of course, while you're out and about, and if you see something that don't look so good, especially with this heat, on the side of the road or something like that, just holler, break or priority. Well, you don't have to holler it because we'll hear you. And we'll stop the net. I'll include your call sign with that so we know who you are. We'll stop the net and find out how we can help. And we'll do that. And that's one of the things that amateur radio is well known for, as we all know. I also want to recognize, of course, as we do every week, the man behind the mirrors and the smoke. Well, no smoke, but behind the rack. He's way back there in the wires, doing the things that he's got to do. N6ICW himself, who takes care of the repeater system along with the control group. And every time you push that little button on that radio or HT anywhere in Northern California, there's a little carrier that comes back, nice and strong. And Chris always makes sure that that happens in conjunction with the 9 voting receivers that are all over the place in Northern California. So whether you're dipping your toes in the Pacific or shoveling the snowflakes in the Sierra, or skiing down the mountain with an HT in your hand, you are covered by N6ICW. So thank you to Chris for that. So I will be quiet if that's possible. We'll try.
That's never possible.
We'll open the net, see who else is going to make noise out there
That
tonight.
is never possible.
I know one noisy guy, KG6NLW, and he's in charge of our internet presence on all types of media, and he will fill you in on that, if not right away, a little later on. So that's the way it goes. This is WB2ZEI, Whiskey Bravo 2, Zebra Echo India, Armand in Sacramento, in the Arden Arcade area. Let's see who the noisemakers are tonight.
November Lima Whiskey. Hi, Andy.
Yeah, see, I told you. He knows how to rattle. Go ahead, Rattler.
Well, as long as I don't have a snake at the end of my rattle, I'm good, right? Good evening, Armand and everyone. We have quite a few people in the chat tonight. We have 15 people watching right now, including Rolly, ZL1, Bravo, Quebec Delta, Jody, VE5SAR, Amon, MI7DJT, and the one and only Andy Cowley. And Andy's going to be very mad at me because I cannot remember his call sign for some reason tonight. And he is the English DX for us tonight, as well as a bunch of hams here on the state side there. And well, someone else just popped into the chat. WU1Q is also out there, and apparently he thinks I'm I think he's chopped liver, but he's not. So there's a bunch of people watching tonight. No listing so far, but you know, if you're hearing this net and you cannot get in, feel free to come over to YouTube, search my call sign KG6NLW. That's Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey. And if you follow the format Armand just said, which is also right above my head, you can submit a listing that way, like we had last week. And Gary, if you're able to look at YouTube, you're going to absolutely love the shirt I have on tonight. And Andy got me corrected here. Andy is 2 Echo 0 Romeo Echo Echo. So we have DX from all over the place, Armand, tonight. There you have it. There's my 20 seconds of spiel. WB2ZEI, Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey. Back to you, Armand. Thank you, Andy.
Okay, well, listen, you have to make an ATA accommodation for all of us who are not watching on YouTube.
Oh, I knew this was
coming.
coming.
Look into our radios, but we can't see your shirt. So what's special about your shirt?
Well, it is a little out of frame here. I'll try and bring it up. But it is the Southern Pacific GS, that's Golf Sierra 4, steam engine number 4449 on a black shirt at full steam. I will bring it up for the YouTube side shortly. I'm also wearing a very dapper bow tie. It's Parks on the Air bow tie sent to me graciously from Chris, Kilo Charlie 4, November Whiskey.
All right, yes, and we got a POTUS star. Maybe he'll grace us with his presence. Don't know if you caught him, but we'll find out. And if he doesn't get here by the end of the net, we'll have to let, as we do all the time on this net, the cat out of the bag. So, and maybe John will let the cats out of the bag. Of course, our kitties are waiting. They're saying, well, we're ready. We're ready. Anyway, thank you, Frank, for all that. That sounds like a neat shirt. And just as long as you don't have a full head of steam, and you're nice, calm, and collected, as cool as a cucumber, that's good. But how cool is a cucumber in the middle of summer? Anyway, if anybody's got an answer to that one, do we want to hear it? Maybe. Anyway, thank you, Frank, for all you do and publicizing the net. And good morning to all those English muffins out there. 2E0REE, and I think MI, Mike India. I think that's the UK also, as well as the M call sign, and of course the G call sign. G's, that's dates me. That was from a long time ago, but now they got more of them. Anyway, I will be quiet. We'll see who else is up out here tonight. And thank you to Frank. KG6NLW, WB2ZEI with the NorCal Swap. Who else is out there making a rattling noise?
Real quick. Northern Ireland for MI7 Delta Juliet Tango. And I know exactly which POTUS person you're talking about because I actually worked him over the weekend, or over this last week when he was out there. So I know exactly who you're talking about. Anyway, let's see who else is out there. It was Ross,
Okay,
Whiskey
good.
6, Oscar Golf, OGX, Oscar Golf X-Ray.
Okay. Alrighty, anybody else for the net tonight? Where is KN6NFP?
Content in cucumbers helps to cool the body internally.
Oh, yes, thank you, Jim.
They always step on top of that, huh?
Well, now you be careful, John. Don't slip on that cucumber. I bet you that was WA6EKS.
Oh, I'll take him. I thought it might be our old friend that drops in occasionally to drop in profanities. EKS. I'll stand by for him. KJ6JD, by the way.
Well, didn't you know that Alexa now has a ham radio license?
You know, I often thought that you could put a station on the air because you cannot tell her to play something in another room. And so she responds to you in the room that you're telling her to do it. So just by setting up a couple channels, nobody'd be any the wiser. You just played music. At any rate, yeah, you could do that. Hey, if EKS isn't there, I'll go ahead and take a few minutes of your broadcast day up here. How's that sound?
Okay, well, maybe it wasn't Jim, so whoever it was ain't going to fess up. Just watch out for that slippery cucumber. And, John, I was thinking about you during the week, and I neglected last Thursday to publicize and encourage people to come out and have lunch with John at Brookfields, but how did that go?
Oh, man. You know, I got skunked last month, and I got way behind on a bunch of things that every once in a while I get sloppy in bookkeeping, and I had to get a bunch of people checks because I had done that. And so I just, I went ahead and I did that, and darn if Walt and his wife and Tim didn't show up out there, and I failed to. So I couldn't give you a first-hand report, but there's a report on who did make it. and I'm hoping to do better in the month of July. But I apparently failed to show up for my own gig, or at least one that I'm responsible for publicizing. Nasty, nasty. I'm sorry. Apologies to everybody.
I don't know.
Just don't do it again.
They're going to have to wait till July 5th. What else you got for us, John? What's something's coming up next week? Yeah, next week is a big week. So what's coming up?
Oh, woohoo! Yes, indeedy. Next week is a big week. It's the last ham-zams of the summer. That's on the 20th, next Thursday. And the usual place, we're going to be out at Mountain Mike's at 6 p.m. And, of course, this is brought to you by, get ready to jot down the URL, the web address, is folsomhamexams.org. There you go. You'll need that because that's the way that you come to the ham exams. Yes, indeedy. We're all up to date now. And you go online to register. And please go online. Let us know that you're going to be there and get your FRN number prior to going online to register. You'll need that. And you can learn what that is if you don't know. Well, this will be more than happy to help you. If you visit the website, somebody right there has already helped you. Dear Bear, who put it together. She's back in the country, too, for the exams coming up next week. Anyway, that's next week. That's next Thursday. We're going to have them ham exams. And I'll give it a quick break.
N6 NFP. Stand by. Oh. Yeah, NFP, stand by.
Okay, I'll get out of here pretty quick. If you got any questions about the upcoming ham exams or your place in the world and realities as we perceive them, feel free to give me a call at 916-616-9980. That also works for texting me, should you want to reach me about anything. And we do, the swap out there. And who knows, we might even show up for our own luncheon next month. Armand, thank you very much. I'll get out of here and give some other people some room. KJ6JD.
All right, John, very good. Well, hopefully next month you'll be able to get some sleep, considering that July 4th is the day before, and people love setting up those ash cans and M80s at 3 in the morning. So next month, July, will be July 5th, the first Friday of the month at Brookfield. So go out and have a after Independence Day fireworks breakfast with John. So put that on your calendars for July 5th. And glad to hear that Bear is back in the country once again. It's back in Bear country. And let's see, before he goes away, let's grab him. Speaking of bears, KN6 NFP, go ahead.
Thanks, Anders. This is, Kilo November 6, November Foxtrot Papa. This is Joe up in Folsom. I'm wondering if I could jump right into a for sale item. I've got to sign off here momentarily, and was wondering if I could throw something out there before I dip off.
Well, just place it gently. Go ahead.
Will do. I greatly appreciate it. I have a Kenwood THD74A HT. Very, very lightly used. Probably no more than 2 hours on it. Comes with a Diamond SRH 320A antenna, as well as the original rubber duck. I'm also including an RT Systems interface, both the software and the cable with it, and I do have the original packaging. I'm simply selling this because I upgraded to a THD75A. So I think I originally paid close to $700 for the radio. I'm asking $450 for the whole package, but no reasonable offer will be refused. And then I can be reached at either email KN6NFP, that's Kilo November 6, November Foxtrot Papa at winlink.net. Or you can also text me or call me on my work cell phone, which is area code 209-740-7228. Again, Kilo November 6, November Foxtrot Papa.
Who saw that one coming?
All right, Joe, very good. And any charger or, aftermarket or battery desktop charger with that, or just the wall wart that comes with that?
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I actually have an extra lithium battery pack that will also be included that, and then just the basic wall charger. And I think that pretty much covers it.
All right, very good. Yeah, for all those folks who can't afford the THD75, the 74 is a good option. So number one today, Kilo November 6th, November Fox Papa. That's Joe in Folsom. And Joe's got the Kenwood Tango Hotel Delta 74 Alpha. Fully accessible, HT, speaks most of the venues. And of course that has been eclipsed by the 75 that is just about fully accessible. But anyway, 74 is a good choice. It's a tri-band HT, 2 meters, 220, 450, or 440 as we say now, with wideband coverage as well. It's been used less than 2 hours, so he didn't get to enjoy that very much. Then he got captured by the bug. Also includes a Diamond Sierra Romeo Hotel 320 Alpha rubber duck antenna, the long one. Also the original rubber duck that comes with the radio. And he's got RT Systems software and cable to go with that to program the radio. Also an extra lithium-ion battery and the original box and manuals with it. All you need to do, if you want, you can supply the desktop charger. And he'd like $450, or best reasonable offer for the package. And you can contact Joe if email's your speed, Kilo November 6, November Fox Papa at WinLink, Whiskey India November, Lima India November Kilo, winlink.net, or better yet, call him on the phone. Be the first one to grab it. His work cell 209-740-7228. Again, 209-740-7228. Alrighty, good luck with that, Joe, and hope you find a buyer.
Thanks, sir. I should also add as well that I will be happy to deliver for free anywhere in the greater Northern California area. I am in outside sales for work, and I travel between Visalia and Redding for work. So anywhere in the Highway 5 corridor, I will be happy to deliver it for my asking price for free. I can also ship if you are outside of California.
All right, very good. What are you on the road selling, Joe?
Sorry, Anders, can you repeat that once more? I lost you.
I was just curious, what outside sales do you do for what?
Oh, for work. I am a sales executive for a company called Forbo Flooring. We supply commercial flooring, primarily for healthcare and education. We are a standard on Kaiser hospitals. Many school districts throughout Northern California. We're well known for our marmoleum, which is a natural linoleum flooring that's been around for 150 years. So been doing that for close to 16 years now. So if anybody needs flooring, I can help them out in that regard as well.
Okay, well, you certainly got the floor, so very good. Yeah, it's always interesting to find out what people do for a livelihood. So interesting, very good. Thank you, Joe. And yeah, that's quite a territory from Visalia to Reading. Okay, good luck with that, and off you go. And I hope they say, as they say, I hope your phone rings. KN6 November Fox Papa WP2 City I with the NorCal swap. Anybody else?
Whiskey 6, Oscar Golf X-ray, Whiskey 6 OGX.
All right, Jeebus, if I had a audio mixer and sound effects, I'd need the applause. So anyway, there's Ross, W6OGX, and he did a great feat with his 2 feet and some help from K06CHL, and he activated
73 Jody.
The Rosie the Riveter Museum. And what you end up with, Ross, like over close to 1,030 contacts. And I had the pleasure of working Ross last night on 7240 with, signal peaking at about 30 over here in Sacramento. Go ahead, Ross. Congratulations.
Hey, yeah, thanks. It was super fun. I started the activations in around February and did 10 jaunts out there to the Rosie the Riveter. My grandmother was a Rosie the Riveter in World War II. She was a welder at Bass Iron Works in Maine, and I got a good picture of her doing all that stuff. So anyways, Rosie the Riveter, it's, just the parks on the ear. It's a great park to activate just because it's got so much history, and the Red Oak Victory ship is right there as well. So a lot of good history and a lot of people who want to connect with that park just because of the history. So, 10 trips out there, and we got somewhere over 1,000, and they were confirmed last night and got to upload the logs and all that stuff. But for following along, helping me get the numbers, I have a few.
Yeah, great. I turned the radio on, tuned around, and came back to 7240, and I heard this crushing signal. I said, wait a minute, that voice sounds awful familiar. And then I heard that call sign, and I knew I had to work you. So that was great. Thank you for that, and very good. That's quite a commitment, 1,000 cards, and all the effort that you put into it. So I'm glad you in Tulsa enjoyed it.
At the current upload, it's 1,016 activator QSOs. And Ross, it was good to work you on 20 the other day.
All right, yeah, that was real fun. Let's see, if anyone didn't get a card, you can just shoot me an email, and I'm happy to send you a card. It's a real neat QSL card that was developed with the Rosie the Riveter Museum and through a vendor that they chose. So anyways, yeah, it was really fun, and we'll see where it goes from here. But if you want a card, just shoot me an email. I'm happy to send one, even if I didn't make contact, just because we've got thousands of these cards. And so we'll send it back to Armand.
Okay, well, we'll just ignore that little nasty little note over there. Okay, very good. And did Tulsa help you? Did she make contacts as well? And then you mentioned something last night that was very intriguing. You said you were using, did you say you were using voice recognition software? Because I noticed that you got those call signs into your log real fast and were able to access the station's location information and everything right away. Were you using speech recognition into software that pulled up the call sign of the station?
So I use the N6ICW logging system, which is really easy, and then I'm on, I link the computer, which is a really crappy laptop, to to my phone, which is a hotspot, so I have internet when I'm out there. That's pretty easy. And then the software is just Dragon. It's actually what we use for medical dictation, Dragon dictation. And so I usually I'm usually using a Heil headset with a microphone and then just a little button to push if I need it. But generally it picks up voice, and I just get to talk and sit there and chat. And then so what I do need to say the call sign, and that's why when you came in, B2ZEI, I kind of had to go back and say the full call sign, and that's why I think it was a little bit of a you're like, what's going on here, sort of thing. So yeah, and it just pulls it into the N3FJP software, and then it populates the person's address, and then I go on to the next one, and so that when I get home, I can just do the log, send it to the POTA people, and then print out labels for the cards pretty quickly. Back to you.
I was just giving you a hard time. Okay, great. Yeah, well, real innovative. Yes, Dragon, naturally speaking, that's been around for quite a while. Okay, great. Well, I hope you didn't get too cold out there, and both of you enjoyed yourselves, and that's quite an accomplishment. 1,016 contacts, so good for you. Any plans for any other activations in the future?
Well, I'm on call, and they just called me to the emergency room, so that's not what I was looking forward to tonight. But I did send Frank a picture of Virginia Johnson, the Rosie the Riveter. If he wants to put it up, I sent it to his email address, which was on QRZ, which is the snars.org email address. So I sent that over to Frank if he wants to put it up on his little YouTube thing. Back to you, Armand.
Oh, I can easily do that. Give me about 30 seconds.
Alrighty, Ross. Well, sorry about the call out, so we won't keep you. Thanks for stopping by, and great to hear you on 40. That 891 sounded real good. Real nice, punchy audio last night. So, sorry you won't be able to relax tonight, but they need you. Take care, and regards to Tulsa as well. W6OGX and the net, WB2ZEI.
That is a nice
Thanks
photo.
for following along, and have a good night.
That is an absolutely wonderful photo, Ross. Thank you for that. And yeah, it was good to work you on 20. I worked you remotely, and I hope the club calls helped you a little bit there in reaching your kilo.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm watching the YouTube Northern California swap, and so watching the live stream here. And so the woman on the right, second from the right, first row, that's my grandmother.
A second from the right. So the one with what looks like glasses on, right about where my mouse is, right here.
No, so next to the man on the right. So the next right, second from the right. So go to the right, all the way to the right, and then she's the second one. If you're starting on the right, not the glasses, on the right. Yep, there you go. That's it.
Very, very cool. Well, thank you, Ross.
Take care, everyone. 7-3.
There you go. A little bit of history, folks.
Comment. I see the peanut gallery is alive and well. WUNQ, WB2ZEI. Go ahead, Peanut. Yeah, just step on them.
Yeah, hey Armand, boy, are you a hard guy to get a hold of. Although I would say that I tried yesterday and the day before on the 195 rolling up, but I have a sneaking suspicion you may have been listening to 40 meters and weren't anywhere around, and that's okay. But the real reason I want to make a comment, Armand, is that I just want to describe to you what our illustrious and industrious research and development man looks like online tonight. He is dapper, the man we all know as KG6NLW,
Mr. Frank. Yep, research development. He looks like a true ham tonight. He is wearing the most wonderful looking little bow tie. He looks really professional. And so, yeah, Armand, let him have it. It's beautiful. It's white, and I think it's got black polka dots on it. Armand?
Okay, Mitch. Yeah, well, Frank was talking about his shirt, and so I said, you have to make an ADA accommodation for all of us who are not watching. And he told me about the steam locomotive and his little bow tie. So, yep, he's looking real sharp. Sharper than the head of a pin.
Well, I don't know about the head of a pin, but, well, thank you, Mitch.
Yeah, he's got that look on his face. Yeah, I don't think so, Frank. Hey, so Armand, if you got a second, I'd like to hear what you've been doing on 40 meters. I had just been itching to put HF in my car, but I just can't seem to find an efficient enough antenna to do all that.
Okay, I'm waiting to see who that carrier is. So now I know that I can step on him. I'm not, I turn on the low band rig and tune around, listen around a lot. And like I said, I heard that familiar voice, and I had to get on and work him. Say hello. Can't dismiss a 30 over signal. So that's that. And there are plenty, of mobile antennas, and now I can't remember the name of those antennas. The ones that go up and down, the motorized ones. I forgot, but other ones as well. And get maybe an ICOM 706. I think they're pretty small. So there's a lot of options out there.
Yeah, I get that, Armand, but you know what? I'm gonna come clean with you. I've had my new car for over a year, and I still not have hardwired my VHF UHF stuff. So, yeah, me getting around to actually installing an antenna on this little Honda Civic would first, to be efficient on the bands that I would look like, I would look pathetic as all get out, because if you know me, I'd have a Texas bug catcher on here or something as efficient. And we all know what that would look like on a little Honda Civic. Yeah, I'd be laughed right off of 101 and Highway 5 and 280 and beyond. But anyway, yeah, that's what it takes to be heard. But I got to be honest with you, I've heard people with little Tar Heels running just 100 watts that when the bands are open just sound phenomenal. So yeah, there's that. Last question, Armand. Do you spend a good amount of your time on HF during when the sun's up, Armand? WB2ZEI in the group WUNQ. Great.
Okay, I'm not going to hold it too long. No, I turn it on usually and scan around on some of the bands, and I do a lot more listening than transmitting. I don't even remember when the last time I called CQ was, probably a couple of years ago. But I still have here running the K3, the old K3 with a expert amp, the 1.3 KFA, and a step-IR antenna that needs to be looked at for the last 2 years. We're still looking at it, but it's still not turning, but it works, more or less. Anyway, so that's the story on HF from this angle. Anyway, thank you, Mitch, and didn't want to bore everybody to death here or to sleep. So we'll see who the quote breaking station is. And thank you, WUNQ and the NorCal Swap WB2ZEI.
Quick comment on the VHF mobile antenna, WA6FGI.
All right, Gary, was that you with the break in there? I don't think so. I didn't sound like you, but was that you?
No, it was not, but I thought jump into the pool here.
Okay, well, stand up in the shallow end. I'll be right there. Alrighty, Mitch. Go ahead.
Yeah, copy that. I apologize. I missed the question. Thanks for the other station coming back. And yeah, I most certainly heard another breaking station as well.
Okay, WNQ with WA6FGI and then that WB2ZA. Who's the breaker?
AK6, okay, when you guys get a minute.
Oh, I don't think that was you either, Jeff. I don't think that wasn't you, was it?
No, take that, whoever that was.
Okay, well, I don't know if he is going to speak up. Who is the breaking station? All right, just as I thought. Okay, let me pick up Gary with his comment, and then we'll come to you, Jeff. WA6FGI, WB2ZEI. Go ahead.
Hey, thank you, Armand. W2ZEI, WA6FGI. The antenna I've heard the most positive results on it for a HF mobile is one that's called the Scorpion. I knew a guy now was finding out he had one, and I took a look at it. Looked like the guy who was a ham and a machinist, and he put together. It was just absolutely beautiful, and it worked all the time. But it's a Scorpion. That's all I got there. That here. I'm going to go back into the woodwork. WA6FGI.
All right, very good. Thank you, Gary. I don't know if they're commercially available, but there's a lot of options out there. A lot of options. And don't worry, Mitch. If they laugh at you, you just laugh back at them. AK6, okay. How you doing there, Jeff? WB2ZEI, go ahead.
Hey, Armand, got an announcement about Dennis's memorial service on the 29th. Did you get that message from me?
I haven't turned on the computer in a couple of days, and I heard, let's see, Paul, PMR, was talking about that email, but I haven't seen it yet.
The memorial is going to be on the 29th. I believe it's at 11:30 at Chapel of the Hills in Auburn. And lunch afterwards at Max's Cafe, right around the corner. If anybody wants to get an info, they can simply call me, text me, whatever, and I can send. And it's before this.
All right, Jeff. Yeah, your audio got real soft, but I think we got it. For those who did know Dennis, great guy, part of the site of the 145 13 and 444 475 repeaters, plus the DMR machine and the Jeff's compound up there in Auburn, W6DEN, passed away a number of Thursdays ago. As a matter of fact, we were unfortunate enough to find out right here on this net from Danny, N6T and I, that he had passed away. A great fellow. I was privileged to walk around the Loomis swap with Dennis. Did a great job describing radios and things, and had a great time spending it with Dennis. Nice thing is, you talk to all these fellows on the radio, but then you get to meet them in person and spend some quality time with them. So his memorial, as Jeff indicated, is going to be on the 29th of June. That's 2 weeks from this Saturday at 11:30 a.m. And if you need more information and would like to attend, if you knew Dennis, and maybe people did, and if you knew Dennis, give Jeff a call or a text. You can call or text Jeff at 916-205-2200. Again, 916-205-2200, and they'll send you or talk to you about the details. So that'll be coming up in about 2 weeks from Saturday. Anything else, Jeff, before your head hits the pillow? See, I put him to sleep. His head hit the pillow already. Alrighty, anybody else for the net tonight? WB2ZEI with edition number 24 of the NorCal Swap. We have one listing. There's room for lots more.
Alpha, Alpha, India.
All right. Yeah, I was just waiting to see what that was all about. K6AI. How you doing, Al? WB2ZEI. Go ahead.
Oh, I guess it dropped. I don't know. Hold a second.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Oh, okay. This K6AI, real quick. I got nothing. Nothing going on here. Really. I worked in Maryland the other day, which is pretty good. And haven't been much on radio at all. Getting ready for trying to figure out what field day I'm going to go to. And I think maybe this year I'm going to spend a couple of hours at River City and then drive down to the Flu House area and see what North Hills has. Or Gary told me that the Sierra Foothills puts on a really big, huge field day. It's up at the Georgetown Airport. It's a 59-minute drive from my house, but if my old car will make it, I might do that instead. I don't know, but at any rate, thanks for picking me up, and always enjoy the net. And catch you next week. This is K6AAI. Have a good day.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yes, Al, you're right. Field day is 2 weeks away, and I did neglect to mention that if you're listening and you want to publicize what your club or group is doing, or you need volunteers, operators, or people to come partake of your activities, be sure to let the people here on the net know. Like heck, we got this today, Thursday, and then next week is the 20th, and so that field day will be just about knocking on the door. And next Wednesday's a big day, Thursday's a big day, Friday's a big day, and so is the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So next week you can bring your older paper plates and burn candles to celebrate Frank's birthday, KG6NLW. And, little by little, he's growing up. Another year has gone by for Frank. And, of course, Thursday is the exams, the ham exams, going on at Mountain Mike's Pizza, 717 East Bidwell Street in Folsom. Friday, the first day of summer, the longest day of daylight. And then Saturday and Sunday, field day. So busy week next week. So again, if you want to publicize what your group or club is doing, get your fur going and talk about it right here, because we only got 2 weeks left.
Well, if I may for a second, Armand.
Else, join the net or any other check-ins.
If I may for a second, Armand. Uh-oh. Is my radio not getting out?
I think you got some crickets in your coax.
Crickets in my coax? Are you saying I'm scratchy again? Is that what you're saying? Oh, I have a small announcement, Armand.
A small one. Okay.
Yeah, just a little tiny one. So you already know this. I'm not going to give away too many details because I want to keep it a almost surprise here. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time on my YouTube channel, that's KG6NLW in YouTube, uh, 6 p.m. Pacific. Come on by, and I am doing a very fun and interesting live stream. I have seven, count them, seven guests on tomorrow night, and it is going to be a very lively and interesting discussion. And Armand, I'll send you the link personally so that you can at least listen into it because I think you'll like to hear you and the YL. That's YL might like to hear what has to be said.
Yeah, wow, yeah, we talked about that, and great to hear that you got seven. Is that going to be recorded and kept on your channel?
It is, yes. It'll be live at 6 p.m. tomorrow, and I'm hoping, depending upon how lively the discussion gets, we will go up to an hour and a half. I have a hard stop of an hour and a half for everything, but yeah, it'll be there forever and ever and ever and ever and ever until my channel disappears or whatever happens to the internets.
Oh yes, you put it out there, and it's there for posterity.
Absolutely. So everyone, come on by. Just plug my call sign into YouTube. The full channel name is Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank parentheses KG6NLW in parentheses. But if you just put my call sign in, it should pop up no problem at all. If not, go to my QRZ page and there's a link to it right there. Thanks, Armand.
Alrighty, great, Frank. Well, success. I'm glad that panned out, and be interesting to find out who the guests are going to be. And somebody's up there in Chico knocking on the door, so we'll see. We'll see maybe who that is. Thank you, Frank, for that one. So, if you don't have a chance to tune in tomorrow, since it's going to be recorded, give Frank a watch and a like. So that'd be good. Thank you, Frank. And let's see. I might be in. Yep, it's coming up on 9 o'clock on N6ICW WB2ZEI with the Northern California Swap. And is somebody knocking on the door from Chico? Nope, just a courtesy doorbell chime from Chico. No entrance. They ran away. They rang the doorbell and ran away.
FCC agent, this is W6OB.
Gotta love the ding dong ditch guys, right, Armand?
Go back to 3-3, Ben. Anyway, all right. Anybody else to join the net? It might be time to be thinking about those crickets, letting them out on field day.
KM6ZRO.
And Mr. Rick, good evening to you. KM6ZRO WB2ZEI. How you doing, Rick?
Real good, Armand. I have a question that's ham radio related.
Well, you know what they say. You can indict a ham sandwich. Go ahead.
I was wondering, is there any kind of program that kind of puts together new hams with Elmers and that sort of thing? Do you know?
I don't know formally, but probably the best thing is to approach radio club. A lot of the radio clubs do that. There's also, I believe, ARRL service clubs. But that's the only thing that I can think of. Anybody else have any ideas about, are you looking for something formal or what, Rick?
Well, essentially, someone, perhaps local, that has, of course, a lot of experience, that could be an Elmer that perhaps, a newer ham can call, and with ham-related questions, of course.
Mitch and Bobby, I'm not going to tolerate them.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You might want to check with some of the clubs, because I know the clubs do the mentoring, and there are a lot of some technical nets around. Although, is this This is for somebody who is licensed, right? A little fun here. Anybody else have any ideas for Rick? I would say look at some of the local clubs. You have North Hills, you have Sierra Foothills, you have River City. There's a club, there's an Elk Grove Florin radio club, and a lot of the nets. So were you looking at specifically? Were you looking for yourself or somebody else?
For myself. Everything that you're.
Don't know if the jammer is taking you out or your signal level dropped down, but you were nice and strong overriding him. Say that again. Okay, well, yeah, I think the best thing to do is, ask some of your questions here. We're always open to that kind of stuff. Gary's here, I'm here, Frank's here, a lot of other folks are here, so, ask away, and then, if need be, we can talk to you on the phone or whatever. So, I would say almost anybody. People come up with questions all the time, but maybe on a more formal basis, you might want to contact either the people on the board of directors for the various clubs or the presidents of some of those radio clubs.
Armand, there is a local club in Lincoln, which is nearby. Maybe I should do that. It's a good thought.
Okay, yeah, I didn't even know there was a club up there in Lincoln. But, yeah, ask away. Whatever, people are always willing to flap their yap. And I heard a long time ago, somebody said that people always love it when you ask them questions and ask their opinion and advice. So you just, sometimes you just have to temper it with a grain of salt. But, feel free to ask away.
That's true, and I do have the patience of the Pope. However, a lot of times if you stutter, then of course they change their mind pretty quick.
Well, we all got our things to deal with, and if they can't deal with it, then, you don't want to talk to them. So, yep, I know exactly what you mean. But ask away. And you sound fine, so just ask away. And, I'm here. And, of course, you remember Rob, K6DQ. You've met him. We've met you. And he's always an extremely good source for a lot of things as well. So, anybody, people are always willing to help. And I'm sorry that I can't, if anybody else has a comment and can override that, do so you can give Rick some more information.
Yep.
I'm talking about. We don't need that. Just talk right over him. Anybody else have any comment? Rick, I'll be glad to talk to you on the phone, or like I said, put you in touch with other folks as well. Gary's always here. He listens to 195 a lot, WA6FGI, and so again, don't be. I mean, it's easy for me to say it because I got a big mouth and it doesn't stop. But I know, sometimes people are shy. My wife is an extra, and she's scared of the radio. So, but remember one thing, as I always say, we all started out at the same place, and we grew from there. So don't let anybody put you off or, scare you or anything like that. Sometimes people can be really overbearing on the radio, and they sound like authorities and bullying or whatever, but just don't take it. You know who to talk to, and you know who not to talk to. About right there. If you want, you can, although I don't check email often, but look up any of the guys you talk to or you hear on the net. I'm sure that I'll be wanting to talk to you. Send them an email. Everybody, about 99% of everybody is friendly.
Feel free to shoot me an email if you have any questions as well.
Yeah, that's where you can get their emails.
Well, thank you for the encouragement, and I'll see what I can do.
And Rick, yeah, I'm good to email at any time you want as well.
Remember, the net's here every Thursday, so bring your questions. Sometimes it stimulates a lot of good discussion, different viewpoints, different opinions. All right. Anybody else for the net tonight? KM6ZRO, WB2ZEI. Anybody else for the net?
KO6EWA, I got a question.
Yeah, sure. See, here you go. I think there was the man from Chico. KO6 Echo Whiskey Alpha. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just thinking about getting, well, I have an HT, and I was thinking about either getting a roof antenna and like putting it through my window or something, and I don't know if I should do something like that or just save up and get a mobile radio. What do you think?
Okay, here we go. Yeah, well, if you have an HT and you want to put up an antenna, you can always do that, and that'll of course make it a little easier for you to get out. But also remember, then after you put up that antenna, and you want to save up for a radio that's not an HT, that outside antenna will always be useful. So no matter which way you go, you can start out with an outside antenna, and maybe that's a cheaper way to go. I'd look around on the used market. You can also find I don't know if it's more prevalent today than it was back a number of years ago, but some of the companies used to come out, or they're out there on the market, amplifiers for your HT, like 1 watt in and 70 watts out, so maybe cheaper than a radio, but you have to look at what your price is, what your budget is, and of course, don't discount the used market too. So if you're on a limited budget, used market is always good. And although, you could add an amplifier to your HT, but an antenna would be good. and if you use an outside antenna, that will always help you, no matter if you put an HT on it, an HT with an amp, or a mobile radio. Again, anybody got any other comments for K06EWA?
Yeah, okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I was just really trying to figure out what was the best course of action for that. But thanks, that clears that up.
Yeah, there's really no best course. It's a matter of what fits your environment, what fits with the family, and there's a few of you guys up there in Chico, the EW calls, EWD, I think, I forget now, EWE maybe, and you, and what's your name?
The name here is Luke, and I think you might be referring to my friend Eli, K06EDW.
Yeah, you're right, Luke. Eli, yes, EDW. That's 100% correct. But yeah, with an outside antenna, you can't go wrong. And there's no, you have to consider your own situation. How much money do you have? And you sound like a young guy. What will your parents let you do? When I was 13, 14 years old, they let me put an antenna on the house. And later on, we moved up from there. But, you got to do with what you got. But starting out with an outside antenna, you can't go wrong with that, because no matter what you do after that, you'll always have that. And either it's a Yagi or a J-pole or a collinear, whatever. And you look around on some of the used equipment lists on the swap nets here, like this one, and you can make your budget go a lot farther. You look in the catalogs, look in the books, find something that you like, or get somebody to help you decide, and then look around for it used. If it's something costs $200, maybe somebody will be selling the same thing for $100. And so then you save yourself $100. So I would do that, Luke. That's what I would think.
All right, cool. Thanks so much. I'll look around. Could I get your call sign one more time? And also, what time does this net start?
Sure. My call is Whiskey Bravo 2, Zebra Echo India WB2ZEI. My name is Armand, ARMAND, and we start at 8 o'clock every Thursday.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, I'll probably be dropping in every week, hopefully.
All right, yeah. Whenever you can make it, our doors are always open. Good to have some younger blood, especially all us old codgers are going to croak one day. And so you guys will take over. And I've been a ham for, oh my gosh, I have to renew my license in August, but since 1966. So, long time. So, but there you go. You're welcome anytime, of course, and a lot of people on this repeater are always very friendly and willing to talk. That's what ham radio is all about, talking. Thanks, Luke. KO06 Echo Whiskey Alpha, Whiskey Bravo 2 Zebra Echo India. Again, any other comments for Luke?
If you ever miss an episode of the Northern California SwapNet, feel free to look up all the replays of it on my YouTube channel, KG6NLW. You never know what you might find. Say you miss next week. If you watch it Friday or Saturday and you hear something that gets listed for sale on Thursday night, you can copy down all the information and see if you can make a deal with the guy. Anyway, there you go. Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey for federal identification purposes.
Hello, Miss.
Okay, yeah, very good, Frank. That's true. You're right, and that's what we say phonetics. Alrighty, KF6 Sugar Papa, go ahead.
Kilo, November 6. Sugar Papa or Sierra Papa, however you want to pronounce it. Luke, K06EWA. Today's your lucky day. Look me up on QRZ, or if you want my phone number, you can text me. I will give that to you. I have an Anytone 578 mobile radio. It works perfectly, and I have it for you for free if you would like it. I know you're in Chico. I looked you up on QRZ. You give me email me an address off of QRZ. I'm good on QRZ. Kilo November 6, Sierra Papa, Arthur Stout, Manteca, California.
Okay, can I get your call sign one more time? I forgot it. I'm gonna record it so I can remember it.
Kilo November 6, Sierra Papa. Kilo November 6, Sierra Papa. I'm the treasurer for the Manteca Repeater Club at K6MAN. You can probably get me that way too. But if you want my phone number, I can give that to you.
Yeah, okay, thanks so much. I'll look into that for sure. I gotta go get ready for bed. But K06EWA 73, all you guys.
Okay, Luke, it's yours if you want it. Just send me an email or anything, and we'll set it up for you there. Always willing to help out a new ham.
CC,
Arthur, very good, or Art, very good. You know, that brings to mind, there's a fellow here in Sacramento, WR6K, Whiskey Romeo 6 Kilo, Larry, and he has been trying for months and months and months to give away, just like Arthur is proposing here, a TS440 SAT low band transceiver, and willing to come over to somebody's house and put up an antenna and make sure this high school aged or younger ham gets on the air. So like I tell you, Luke, you see, there you go. People will step up and do great things. That's what the hobby's all about. Arthur, thank you so much. And you did say KN, and I messed up. But Manteca, what frequency is the MAN machine on? I don't remember the call, but what frequency is that on?
Hang on a second, I'll get that for you because I don't know it off the top of my head. I have it programmed into my radio on the letters, so hang on a quick second, I'll get back to you.
That would be 146.985 negative offset PL 100 hertz.
Wonderful. Hook you two guys up together, and yeah, that'll definitely get them going. Nice Anytone. I think that's. Did you? I think somebody was listening in any. Let me see here. Hang on. Somebody ANY. Somebody was listening in Anytone.
Come on, Armand.
So that didn't work. Anyway, okay, yeah. When you find that repeater pair, I'm curious because I don't remember that call. And then when you tell me, I'll say, "Oh yeah, now I remember."
The K6 MAN repeater is 146.985 minus offset PL 100, and that Anytone came from the live stream last week.
Oh no, I see. No wonder I remember. There was a fellow last week, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, last week who listed an Anytone 878 HT. That's a VHF, UHF, and DMR HT. Wow, with Bluetooth. Maybe they all come with that, GPS, etc., etc. So it sounds like a real neat radio there, Art.
N6ICW WA6FTI.
Hi, Gary. Gotta find that sweet spot.
146.985. I heard.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's one of those quiet frequencies. Okay. Thank you, Gary. Yeah, okay. We had, actually, Dennis, N6PMI, who has also passed away, had a repeater on that pair. And, yeah, it's one of those quiet frequencies. Alrighty, thank you, Gary. Thank you, Art.
Alright, is this working?
Alrighty, let's see. Let's pick up where we left off. Last call. Anybody else with anything for the net?
Dial into our repeater and get out to any fusion rooms if you need to. And I'll be waiting for Luke's email. KN6SSB.
This is W6OB.
All right, thank you. We got some happened with your signal there, but I think you might got stepped on or something. All righty, very good. Yeah, it's a 985 repeater. Very good. And yeah, you talked about fusion. Thank you for doing that. That's very, very kind of you, and a great way to get folks interested in the hobby. So thank you for that. I appreciate that as well. Nice gesture. KN6S Sugar Papa WB2ZEI with the NorCal swap. I'm going to go ahead and read Joe's listing, and then we'll call it an evening. And then the jammer will go away because he'll get tired of it. Nobody will be here. Number one tonight is November 6th, November Fox Papa, KN6NFP. That's Joe in Folsom. And Joe has a Kenwood THD Tango Hotel Delta 74 Alpha. It's the predecessor to the brand new THD 75 Alpha that has a speech built into it. Most of the menus talk. And his HD, Joe tells us, has been lightly used, not more than about 2 hours. Also includes a Diamond Sugar Romeo Hotel 320 Alpha. That's a tri-band, nice rubber duck antenna, very efficient. He's also including the original rubber duck antenna that came with the radio. Also with the radio comes the RT System software and programming cable, the original box, and an extra battery pack as well. And all you need to do is, if you need it, buy a desktop charger for it. You'd like $450 for the package, or any reasonable offer will be considered. And he will deliver anywhere between Visalia and Red Bluff, did he say? Anywhere in Northern California. He's on the road a lot. He's an outside salesperson, so he's in his vehicle all the time. You can write to Joe by email, Kilo November 6th, November Fox Papa at winlink, WINLINK.net, or you can call him on his work cell phone. Probably tomorrow would be best, so write this down, or you can look him up on QRZ for his email address, 209-740-7228. Again, 209-740-7228. And I think that'll do it for this wild and wacky edition of the Northern California Swap. We had everything going tonight, and want to thank the Frank KG6NLW for taking care of our media representation with 14 people watching, listening, and making faces and pointing fingers online. So glad to have all of you aboard. And thank you to Frank as well. And the things coming up next week as well. So it'll be a kind of a busy amateur radio week. Exams coming up on Thursday, the first day of summer on Friday, field day on Saturday and Sunday, and of course Frank's birthday on Wednesday. So bring your used paper plates, cups, and candles, and we'll have an after party. That'll be the pre-summertime edition of the Northern California Swap. Anybody with any other comments, nasty or not, before we go? Yes, we can't forget our good friends out in the grass that will be partaking in field day, right? All righty, very good. Thank you, Frank. He's the cricket master as well, with his steam locomotive on his stomach. Everybody have a great week. We'll see you next Thursday for the after party and the pre-summer edition of the NorCal Swap. And we'll wish everybody good luck if you're going out to East Bidwell Street to get your license upgraded or even a brand new one. So WB2ZEI, clearing closing edition number 24 of the NorCal Swap after an hour and a half, closing the net at 0429 UTC. Good night, all. See you next week.
Good night from social media, Armand and the net. Kilo Golf 6, November, Lima Whiskey.
6 SSB, it was WB.
Yeah, whiskey.
And with that, folks, I want to thank oh yes, the bow tie changed again. It's because it is technically green, so the green screen wipes it out. But that's okay. I might post a photo to my social media page here later. I want to thank everybody that stuck around for the entirety of the net. I know a lot of people have to drop off because it gets later in the evening. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central, that's 8 Pacific or 9 Eastern, depending upon where you're at in the continental United States. I am doing a live stream, as was mentioned earlier. It is going to be a ton of fun, like a ton. Like, you guys need to come by and see it. You will not believe how much fun it is. If you haven't, feel free to share when I post it. Feel free to share the live stream link. If you don't see it posted, feel free to share my YouTube channel and be like, hey, watch for this. It's going to be lots of fun. And I can guarantee you it is going to be lots of fun. I am going to drop Rolly's link in the chat real quick here. Rolly, ZL1BQD, is an absolutely fantastic friend of the channel. He is helping kids in Uganda who have tangled with landmines and snake bites that result in amputation of the legs. So feel free to please go make sure if you can't donate, feel free to share that and get it out there so that people know about it. It is very dear, very close and dear something to everyone here at the channel. And until next time, I want everyone to be on their best behavior, both on ham radio and in the social media world. because I know what goes on and when it goes on. Until next time, I want you guys out there, yeah, all of you out there in social media world, to ham harder and POTA on. 73, y'all.